broadcast is for entertainment purposes only and may contain material that will hurt your feelings. If you are lip-rested, thin-skinned, hand-wringing, wishy-washy sissy pants, please stop listening now.
Why, hello everyone, and welcome to OMGFurry News. I'm your most glamorous host, the great Faboo, and moi will be your guide on our reckless romp through the sumptuously scandalous world of furry gossip. And oh, what a deliciously dirty world it is. So, bring your appetite and some extra napkins, because things are about to get messy. Well, as many of you know by now, moi was front and center during all of the madness that surrounded MegaPlex weekend. And as usual, moi was doing what he does best. No, not that, you perverts. Moi was sticking his nose everywhere it didn't belong, searching for all the stories, the gossip, and the drama that the MegaPlex staff did not want you to hear. And oh my, so much gossip, so little time, so let's get right to the good stuff, shall we? Now, while MegaPlex's karaoke nights were relatively well attended, complaints about the behavior of certain quote-unquote singers have prompted event organizers to institute a major change for next year. Starting in 2013, all karaoke participants will now be required to take an alcohol breathalyzer test before going on stage, and only those with an alcohol level at the legal limit of 0.08 or lower will be denied participation. Because after all, what's a furry convention without people getting drunk off their asses and engaging in behavior that completely embarrasses not only themselves, but the entire fandom as a whole? It is what furries do best, you know. Was there a case of actual animal cruelty at MegaPlex? Suspicions of such arose when an unnamed attendee discovered dozens of dead hamsters in a dumpster behind the hotel. At first, it was believed the hamsters were used in the making of the taco salads that the hotel catering served at the super sponsor luncheon. But an autopsy performed by care volunteers found that the poor little things died of exhaustion. Why were they so exhausted, you ask? Well, apparently, they were being used in the hamster wheels that powered the hotel lobby's constantly malfunctioning air conditioning. Oh, my goodness, moi was sweating more than a Pomeranian in a Vietnamese restaurant. Not very attractive, nor very masculine at all. Well, everyone, now we're up to the part of the show that moi dreads the most. Yes, once again, a furry has done something so inane and so immature that moi has to waste an entire segment of his show just so he can get the matter off of his thick, furry, muscular chest. That's right, it's time to dish out another Police Award. Now, before moi divulges who our latest recipient is, allow me to break out the linen tablecloth and Nortaki dinnerware and set the table. Do you remember the movie Night at the Roxbury? Well, of course you don't, because the movie was terrible. But here's the basic idea. A couple of Saturday Night Live actors who thought they were funny took a 10-second joke that wasn't very funny and used that as a foundation for a 90-minute feature film. The result? A totally unfunny, totally annoying, and totally unwatchable disaster. If you bought this movie from the Walmart dollar bin, you paid $101 too much for it.
Welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
Well, today's Police Grow Up Award dishonoree is a perfect parallel to that god-awful movie. He's a furry who thinks he's funny, taking a 10-second joke that isn't funny, and using that as the foundation for his entire act. And as a result, he's also a totally annoying, totally unfunny, totally unwatchable disaster. And our winner is Vin the Fox. A squeaker, hun? Are you kidding me? Gimmicks like that are for furries who don't have talent. Are you really that devoid of any actual talent, Vin? Do you really have to resort to cheap tricks to get attention? Well, you certainly got moi's attention, hun. You know how? Because you were sitting right behind moi at the MegaPlex pre-parade photo session, squeaking louder than Rosie O'Donnell's mattress springs and annoying the living patootie out of me.
Nobody here likes a squeaky man, okay?
There are only 3 things in this universe that are allowed to squeak. Mice, new sneakers, and my grandmother's hip when she gets out of bed in the morning. And because you, Mr. Vin the Fox, are not on that list, the great Faboo has 3 words for you. Police Grow Up! And now, as promised in moi's little preview, our feature story. So who is this eligible and coveted bachelor who is about to break a lot of hearts? No, sorry, it isn't moi. It is none other than His Royal Majesty, King Elliot Inganyama I.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
I know, but it's absolutely true. Moi saw it himself. You see, Moi was reading by the poolside early one evening when I glanced upward and saw His Royal Highness through the window of his royal suite engaging in some royally heavy cuddling with a mystery female. Well, of course, Moi couldn't let this discovery go uninvestigated, so Moi spent the rest of the evening snooping and poking and prying and prodding and paw greasing, but it was all worth it in the end, because now Moi has uber-exclusive inside information.
Do tell!
Now, while Moi was not able to ascertain this mystery lover's name or her background, this isn't the first time the couple has enjoyed each other's company. A source very close to His Royal Majesticness tells Moi that the little lovebirds have had several clandestine trysts all around the world, from California to Canberra to Cairo. And this same source also tells Moi that the relationship is becoming dangerously serious. So serious, in fact, that His Kingliness could very well ask for little Miss Mystery's paw in marriage, possibly as soon as his winter carnival. Well, yours truly will definitely be keeping an eye on this story, and Moi will bring you all the latest developments when they happen, where they happen, even if we have to make them happen. Because at OMGFurry News, we never let the facts get in the way of good gossip. Sadly, boys and girls, that will bring to a close this edition of OMGFurry News. But we're already digging up more scandalous stories for our next episode. Will one of Furry's most poppy fur boy bands finally get to sing before a judge? And Moi's not talking about the Fur-American Idol kind of judge here. That story plus more nasty news and startling secrets on our next broadcast. Until then, you can stay updated on Moi via my Fur Affinity page, The Great Faboo, all one word, just like in our logo. And you can follow me on Twitter as well, also at The Great Faboo, for more breaking stories and exclusive updates. And how about you, hun? Do you have a tantalizing tip or scandalous secret? Well, don't just sit on it, spread it around. That's what Moi is here to do. Send it to me at thegreatfaboo@gmail.com, and who knows, maybe you can become Moi's next Snooperstar reporter. Until next time, everyone, which may be sooner than you think. For everyone here at OMGFurry News, this is you-know-who, the Great Faboo, saying toodaloo.
The preceding broadcast was for entertainment purposes only and does not necessarily reflect the views of Fur Affinity, its administrators, or its advertisers. Any resemblance to the truth is purely coincidental.